Hello everyone and welcome back to our Stonecraft survival series hardcore on Minecraft season 3 episode 40 today, and immediately a slight problem. How is he's jumped out? He's jumped out. Actually, that might be a good thing. Dare I say that might actually be a good thing. I like how the villager's interacting with the cat, that's cool. Because I was worried, initially, that if the pillagers were to come, and they would spawn, and they would go towards the village, the villagers would probably survive. I think most of them would dart into the houses, they'd be fine. But the Iron Golem would actually be the one to fall, because there's no way for the Iron Golem to get to them. Or at least, in theory. Now, the Iron Golem being free of the fence means that he's likely going to actually be able to hit them, which is therefore going to solve that problem for me. So I think that's actually a good thing. It actually might work out in our favor. My cat needs to come and actually teleport to me. Thank you. Otherwise, today is, yet again, more of the same. We have a bookshelf. The goal is to get another one, because we are closing in slowly but definitely surely on having a full enchanting setup, which would change the dynamics of this whole series to go along with the next best goal, mending books. So that would be a big game changer without shadow of a doubt. Oh goodness me. So those ones aren't fully grown, okay. Do keep messing those up, but that's okay. But otherwise, I am actually going to focus more towards, I think, from here on out, moving away from village guardian mode or village control mode into actually getting into the nitty-gritty of this series, which is we're going to have to put more grass on the ground. I think we still haven't got enough grass on the island to spawn animals yet. I think that's definitely the case. It just seems to be that way. So I definitely think that is something to work towards without a shadow of doubt. So I'm going to be doing that. Now I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I've kind of got. I've got potatoes, actually, which is... Oh, yes, and we've got a spare job. And I'm not going to lie and say I've done zero research into which job I should give them, but that's okay. We can always do that at a later date. It's not a big deal. I did mention that we could have looked at a reset episode this week. I think we're going to do that within the next couple of weeks. Not quite necessarily yet. What are these llamas? What are they up to? I think it's time to take them out, to be honest. For everyone's sake, for the village's sake. Oh, wait, does the village not like that, though? I don't know. They're going to despawn at some point anyway, so it's not a big deal, really. As long as they don't block the way, which I'm starting to feel like they might. No. One of them? Oh, yeah, there's another wild cat. That's okay. What is going on in there? Oh, he's being tied. I see. Yeah, you're gonna have to get out, buddy. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna try something, and oh no, I'm too scared to shoot one of my own villagers though. Just leave those llamas be crazy. Just let them be crazy. Hopefully the villagers can get into the house, and it won't actually cause me a death or two here. Did you just sit by yourself? Now that's new. Wait, I can't open this because you're sitting on it? Sorry. No. Sorry. Oh, is that what they do? Oh, that's kind of cool. I just wanted to check what was in it. That's probably good enough now. Okay, follow me. I think you just guard out here. Just be the general guardian for now, and that will be fine. I need to go and deal with the other bookshelf, which I will have a look at. See what level we're up to now. I think 14 or 16, if I had to guess. But yes, otherwise I'm going to start focusing back in and locking back into trying to put grass on the whole island. I feel like we still don't have enough to, like, spawn animals, not consistently, but reliably. That's the word I'm looking for. Because ideally, you have a lot of... If you have enough grass across... If the whole island is covered, then you... Or, you know, a vast majority of it, then I think you could use the argument that we can just be in any part of the island and we should be able to spawn animals. At the moment, that doesn't feel like the case. You have to be on the other side of the island, and we're actually on the... We're hanging out on the wrong side of the island, I think, basically. We're hanging out with all the grass, which nothing's going to spawn when we're on the grass. Nice. Unbreaking 2. 16 is what we're at right now. So, rough maths. 18, 20. And then 5 more. So 7 more bookshelves, in theory, and that should be level 30. If each bookshelf has 2 levels, which looks like it, we'll find out. Either way, cool. Over halfway now. To the big stuff. I took unnecessary damage there. But yes, that's my whole idea here is going to be get a full enchanting setup. That way, when I go to get... when I do enchanting on my diamond armor, I then put mending on the good stuff, basically, is what I'm thinking. All the good tools, you know, etc. So, from here on out, I need to make sure I have dirt in my midst. Okay, I only have a couple of stacks, but I can do that. I do have, actually, this one. No, this one, yes. I was not going to revive the Kraken. The Kraken is going to, unfortunately, fall at some stage, so I was going to use the Kraken while it's alive to help us clean up the island, per se. I think the area that we should actually be focusing on is not over here. I think 100% it's over there. So, I'm going to head over there right now. Head in this direction if I can. And work on pushing this dirt this way. We hang out a lot over here. So, in theory, you mirror that. We need to try and push more dirt over here. Where we don't hang out a whole lot. With the time that we have. We probably are still looking at a reset episode sooner rather than later. It could even be as soon as next week. We'll see how it goes. But yes, essentially, I'm going to be destroying the bridge in that reset episode and making it so we can use the mushroom island over there. That's my plan. And in case you don't really know what I'm referring to in terms of a reset episode, it's more just like, I'm going to take a week off and then use the time that we would have had an episode to fix that up. Instead. Okay, now let's take a look at the light levels here. 8. Very nice. But it's nice not to be as paranoid. I think I'm always going to be paranoid somewhat in hardcore. What is that? What are you doing? Oh no, teleported away. Oh nice, okay. Oh, what? No! Come back here. Oh, there you are. Okay, hang on, hang on. Hey, buddy. You gonna hand that block back? I don't know where you got it from. Oh, no. No way. No ender pearl. That's disappointing. Pretty close to finishing that goal as well. For what I thought was the first time, but having looked at the other island, I think we have got 16 ender pearls before. Does make sense. Played a long time on the other island. Okay. Nice. Very good. Okay, that's good. We're progressing forwards. So is everything else. Looks like all the crops are growing and all that. Nighttime is upon us. I think now, more than any, is as good a time to hit the mines during the night. And let all the crops continue to grow. In the meantime, we're really seeing this is good. This is good crop growth. Okay. Iron Golem's back in the fence. Okay, sure. Yep, looks like all the villagers make it in safe. That's the thing I'm sort of paranoid of, is like, if nothing else, is like the bugs of the game. I'm scared that like the llama's basically going to get in the way, so that if something was to attack them, like a skeleton or just pillagers, something like that, that the game would kind of bug out and the villagers would get stuck outside, especially like my mending villager, you know, the farming villager is really good, etc. By the looks of it though, that's not been the case. It looks like one of the llamas is somehow stuck inside, but the wandering trader is invisible anyway, and all the villagers are inside regardless. So that is all fine and dandy. So no problems this time. So that's good news. Okay, so got a stone sword. Probably shouldn't need that for now. If I get the enchanting stuff up. The extractor's low. The only thing I'm looking at now, to be honest. I think I'm going to keep using it. Not for too much longer. Before I swap back to stone shovels again for a while. Just gonna be kind of how it is. Given that we don't want to destroy the extractor. Without having the chance to give it mending or repair, repair it, etc. Okay. We're going to leave that dirt for now. A little bit left here, though. Ooh. It is very tricky up here, though, isn't it? A little bit too tricky for me right now, I think. So I'll let that go. Now head to this pile. Equally tricky, but in a different way. Okay, how can we get rid of this water? Is this very bad water? That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Not gonna lie, it's not great in there. Good thing about a stone shovel for this is that you get control. The excavator is extractor. Sorry, that's what I should have called it. I think that's what I might have called my other one actually. So I wanted it to be something different. The extractor's not as good as the excavator. Bulldozer, maybe. I don't know. Oh, see, water's back again. It's good though. We've got a stack already. Trying to just rebuild our dirt resources back up. Have to make sure that we actually have a bridge back up. It looks like this goes quite a ways down. Okay, still going down. And yes, the further down we go, the more we've got to worry about lava. Also more water there, which is not going to be easy to deal with. Okay, now I've got an opening back into the cave, which is somewhat worrying, just because something could creep up to me. How much water is there up here? Quite a bit. I'd like to... Maybe that's what I should just quickly do. Oh. Not what I was trying to do. Try and place the water back, or the dirt back, and then try and... get back. Bit better, I suppose. Okay, it's turning day again. There is a crafting table around here somewhere. Or there isn't. And I'll just make another one. They are renewable. That's why the entire map, by the end of the series, will be covered in crafting tables. All I can say. Could just bring one with me, but that would be too easy, wouldn't it? So this side's like already kind of met its limit a bit. Yeah, you can see the stone at the bottom. Not the other side. Interesting. Not the other side at all. Okay, maybe it is there. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much the bottom here of this pile. Just haven't dug a couple of blocks deeper. Okay, we're heading to 3 stacks. But yes, I hope that you are all enjoying the series thus far. It definitely feels like it's picked up some momentum over the last 5 or 6 episodes for sure. Pretty much since the villagers have come on board. I really feel like I'm making a lot of progress. I'm enjoying it a lot more now. Not that I wasn't enjoying it before, but it was a little bit grindy for my own liking. Kind of having to do the same sort of task. Because I was trying to... Basically, I was having to try and get animals to spawn. Like, I had to get animals to spawn. And even now, I haven't succeeded with that. So, it was not a very fun task. Because it's like, I wasn't getting anywhere. It doesn't feel like I'm getting anywhere right now. I feel like animals could spawn any day and then kind of ta-da. And I'm excluding the cats from this because I think they spawn anyway, basically. Is my argument for that. They were gonna spawn whether, I think, there was any grass there or not. I'm pretty sure they can just spawn on. In fact, yeah, that's pretty much the case because we can see that cats spawn in the storage room at the moment. So the cats don't seem to matter. They can just spawn anywhere. But that's what I like about where we kind of sit with everything now, is that we don't have to rely on cats, or animals, rather. Or even, here's the other thing, is I was really relying on leather-based animals spawning as well. It wasn't just general animals. If it was chickens, I'd actually be no happier. Like, okay, sure, a chicken farm would be pretty cool. I'd definitely sort out my food situation and all this other stuff, but there's still, at the end of the day, I still need leather animals. Not just any animals. I do need a specific type of animal who's going to basically drop leather for me to actually be able to, create books and then into bookshelves with. Obviously now I don't, that need has gone down, which is good news for me. Because these guys have sorted me out. So, Here's another one. Thank you. Another emerald. In the bag. Why is he following me? You're good. You're good. Master, of course. Now I need another melon, which I have. 2 pumpkins, please. Perfect. Already 2/3 of the way through to the next one. Please. Thank you. And I can already see a whole bunch of stuff growing. Overnight. Fantastic. But yeah, the series has definitely come alive for me. So I definitely hope it's come alive for you as well, the viewer, because it has definitely got much more interesting in what I do from episode to episode. A lot of it might still even now be a bit more farming stuff, but it's mainly because we're about to get to the really, really good stuff when we get to the enchanting. And on from there, it's going to get really good. So it is still a little bit grindy in that way, but it's not nearly as such, I would say. Especially since we managed to fit doing some dirt in over the night, and the crops are still growing, so that's really good. I think I want to try and push this forward as well. It's difficult because I think the most likely area we're going to spawn animals is back here. But at the same time, we don't see the progress of that dirt, which is disappointing. Whereas the progress of this dirt we actually see. So maybe I should be placing some here just to feel a bit better as well. But yeah, we're definitely getting there in terms of challenges, in terms of rewards and whatnot, in terms of items and resources. The villagers have opened up a lot of cans for us to really take advantage of. Especially mending and especially bookshelves. Those are 2 massive game changers, really. No doubt about it. And by nature, they require me automatically to do more creative stuff, like building villager houses and things like that, because otherwise this is what they're going to be stuck with for the whole series, and it doesn't feel right, obviously. So it adds complexion into the series. I think they've really brought some life in, I would say. Big time. Oh, there's another one. Hello. So yeah, I think they spawn in a certain radius within the village, so that's why they're kind of spawning out here or whatnot. I think we've got 3 out of the 4 spawn slots or something like that, so that means that still can fit under there. I think that means that 1 can spawn. Basically, 1 cat can spawn at the moment, which is what's happening. We're seeing an occasional wild cat. Okay, here we go. It's an 8. Very nice. I don't think we can actually expand our village again. I'll have a look actually at the spaces. Yeah, no. Running at you. We can go 1 more, technically. 1 more? 2 more, technically. So I think our maximum capacity between the 2 buildings is 8. I don't think I want to do 8. I could do 7. Because if I do 8, it feels like I don't want them actually to be in this house long term. I still like the idea that this gets converted into one big house, which is my house, basically. I want to convert this into my place, my space, to get them out of and push the villagers out. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting another villager house either here or, as you can see over there, I've got one over there as well, and spreading out the village a bit more. So I've got one over here. There you go. I've currently got that more so as a pillager trap, because if I kill a pillager right now, I pretty much do a raid, which is not good for the village and not good for me, because a lot of bad mobs will turn up and basically make it, yeah, just really, really bad. Series potentially over stuff. Doomsday stuff, possibly. But long term, past that, if I can get, if I can get a bucket of milk and whatnot, then past that, I'm looking at putting having the village more spread out. And so, yes, there'll be a space in there, maybe space up here. In the medium term, yeah, I would say probably another house not too far, like there, maybe. Something like that. To have one up here would actually be pretty cool. But again, this is all... It's tricky. I want to have... At the moment, I almost want to have two halves of a village, which doesn't make sense, but hear me out. Half the villages are very, very valuable. They have mending, they've got food, food sources for me to be able to exchange for emeralds, a lot of very important stuff. The other half, less valuable. And so I wouldn't... Obviously, if they were to perish, that would be a bad thing, but it wouldn't be game over. It wouldn't be a massive setback. I could live with that. The only problem is I don't want to split the village up yet, because I think... Well, for example, the Iron Golem is here. So the Iron Golem is a good example of that, providing protection for this village. And I don't want to split them all up just yet. And I think the other reason is, yeah, because there are, benefits in the game. Like, for example, the cats and the Iron Golem was another one, where if the villagers interact with each other, if a certain amount of villagers interact with each other, then you can get certain things. The Iron Golem being one of them. So I don't really want to split them all up just yet. But we'll see. I'm not sure how it's all going to pan out. Yeah, that's to 8. Nine. Bookshelf. Please. And thank you. You have quick charge. I don't want that. 4 books for an emerald. Not really a good trade. Well, actually, if you get a bookshelf which is 9 emeralds, right? 9. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, that was my mending. Don't do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Also, Iron Golem, where are you going, buddy? The village is over here. Gee, this is why I get paranoid. What if the Iron Golem just walks off in the village's hour of need and he's just off somewhere else? I've lost my train of thought now. But yes, basically, that's kind of what I'm looking at is, do I... Because once I let the village go freeform, that's it. And I guess to some degree, I'm not even sure I will end up doing that. I think there will be certain villages that are just far too valuable to let, basically, the Iron Golem look after, which just doesn't feel... entirely secure. I mean, he's already walked off, and immediately that makes me think, okay, like, I'm not saying that he's not... I'm not saying that I should be paranoid forever. I'm just saying that you know, something could happen. It's possible. So I've got to try and... I probably will end up doing that then, I think. Is I've got to try and have a village somewhere or a corner somewhere where it's just a lot more secure. There's already an iron golem in there looking after them, and then have the overall village. And so actually, maybe that's something we actually do look at doing. I said actually last, apologies. But yeah, that's something that I probably will end up doing. I think, for sure. Is actually, I said it again, is doing it, for real though. So I think that's a good idea. We're gonna do that then. We will actually begin progress and the process of actually splitting them up and going, okay, these are the super valuable villages. We want to stay in this half of the village, and then have a more expansive half where it's a lot more freeform. There's not really... Like, we've got the nitwit, we've got the other farmer, which we haven't really used once yet, so that's okay. We've got... I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Or is it... Oh, the jobless one as well, which we haven't touched yet. So that's 3 villages that can kind of just go off on their own, and I'll still give them a village house and everything. It's not like I'm gonna... you know, have them walk outside and just every villager for them. Oh, no. Goodness, that actually jump scared me. Oh, yeah, they're scared of cats. Nice. It's not like I'm going to just let the villagers, like go free for all. It's more just a case of they're going to be less secure. They should still technically be secure, but they will be less secure. Yeah. I rambled on, but you get the point. Yeah. So I think we're going to begin work on that shortly. I just don't know when to do that. The other problem we're going to have is I don't actually think they're going to count as a separate village. That can be the tricky part. Because they won't count as a separate village, that means we still have to feed the whole village to expand. But actually, that's fine. Actually, that's just that's actually a fine thing. We can deal with that. That's why I'm gathering all this wheat at the moment, is to try and be ready for expansion. So yeah, we've got 24 there, 8 here. I really just should use all the sugarcane, but I'm scared. It's just nice to have a reserve in the bank, though, just in case. Okay, I do have another bookshelf already, though. And I'll quickly do some trading with my farmer. I don't know where I went to him. Thank you. That's that. Thank you. Don't follow. Thank you. Okay. Yet again, I'll head over. Probably not using... I don't have the most efficient source of food at the moment. That's also something I'd like to improve on. But I think that's also a animals thing. If I can get chickens or cows or sheep, any of them would do, because I think sheep drop mutton by this stage of Minecraft updates. Then any of them will work for not just a reliable food source, but an actual substantial. That's the word I'm looking for. Substantial food source. Because at the moment each melon is like a 1.5 bars of food, which is just not really. You can see how much food we've lost. There's like 6 or carrots. Sorry, yeah, not very efficient. Okay, 18. So yes, we got 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Or 28, 30. So, how many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. Still quite a bit, actually. Definitely won't be doable in this episode. And whether we reset or not, besides the point, don't know if it's going to be doable even by the end of the next episode. But definitely the one after that, I would say it would be done. But we'll see how we go. We've still got good 25 odd minutes in this one yet. And we're going to be in range as we run out of hunger. We are going to be in range of the food regrowing again. So, that'll be good. That will be good. I can actually use potatoes. Maybe I should push the potato farm out. Because if I bake potatoes, then those are decent. Those are much better than carrots. And I'm not trading with the potatoes at the moment. There really isn't a need to. And if I do trade with the farmer, I do lock him in. Which I'm not sure I want to lock him in yet. Leave all that for now. Yes, pumpkins are really good. Because they're a straight 1-for-1 swap. A lot of the other things you have to kind of gather lots to do. Pumpkins being a 1-for-1 swap is huge. What's amazing to me is actually we've created this whole village. Not only, I would say out of nothing, but out of 2 zombie villages. And without using the spawn eggs. The map literally gives you 2 spawn eggs to use. And we've used neither of those spawn eggs. Which does give me confidence for a sort of a backup resource, if ever need to be. And not to mention that we've got 1 zombie villager on the boat as well, as another backup. Not that I've got potions for days, because I really don't. In fact, I don't have potions at all anymore, because I don't have enough glass. But besides that point, it's just nice to... It's kind of crazy to think that we've actually done all of this without actually using the spawn eggs, which is good. Okay, so I need to get more dirt. Let's do that. And I do need to convert this. Nice, okay, that's another emerald. Already 2/3 through the next one. Yeah, they seem to kind of hang around their job blocks a bit more. So this one's over here. Oh, no, I need the paper. Yep, that'll do. Okay, 6. Oh, yes, I've got enough carrots, actually. Thank you. 7. Yes, pumpkin. That will push me to 8. Don't think this melon's going to drop enough, so... Well, it definitely won't drop enough because I'm not using Silk Touch on it. So it's still only going to be short. Okay, but for now, I'll continue on. Yes, because I think my next goal is going to be if I put grass up here, I'm going to have a village on the hill. Or like a village house, basically, on the hill here. Not the whole village, but... But yes, a village house. I'm going to put a village house up here. On the grass. Just... I don't really have to put it on the grass, but I think I'm just going to put it on the grass just so that if I ever demolish it or whatever, then dirt's already underneath. That's all good to go. So yeah, immediately I'm planning to put like a house like this. It actually might be, well, actually that's probably the perfect size, just like a nice small house like that. And then inside here, put a couple of beds. And then that means I can probably let like the nitwit out. And he can re-find his way up here. I'll make sure that takes place. Re-find a bed up here. And then another villager as well. Probably the jobless one or something like that. Can also live up here. And then therefore they can kind of live a bit more freeform. And if nothing else, it's a bit of a test. Just to see if they would get attacked or, you know, how much danger they would be in if it was freeform up there. Which I imagine up there, it's actually going to be pretty bad because the zombies would probably end up knocking on the doors quite often. All right, we're up to 9 again. Another bookshelf. Yes, please. I'm not going to walk over there again, actually, just so soon. I'm going to... No, I'll keep it on me, because I'll forget I'll have it. Between episodes and whatnot. So I'm going to hold on to it. This is still growing, technically, so that's okay. I might... Chop some trees down as it turns night here. Still got so much dirt to put down. Pretty crazy to think about. But then again, we just need to be worried about the process of it. And we're doing really well. As I've mentioned many times before, when you look 10 episodes back on the series, I mean, it's good that it's all recorded for me, personally, and that I can, look back and just see the difference. It doesn't feel like a big difference from this episode 40 to 30, but, oh, it would be a massive difference. I bet episode 30, we'd probably have a third of the grass we do now, even if it's half the grass we have now. Or even if we have most of this grass, we wouldn't have as much stone as we do, as much crops as we do. I don't know if we had carrots at that point. We definitely had 0 villagers. 5 episodes ago, we only just started doing that, and look where we are now. So it is a big deal, a big difference. And it might not feel like it, but it definitely is. Beautiful. That is another melon. Add that one to the list. If I want to move the beds, though, how many beds have we actually gotten the main villager house? I'll actually just double check. 2. So I just have to move this one and put the jobless villager there. Oh, yes, yeah. That's what I have to, hang on, I'm trying to think. Yes, no, that's right. Because what I'm thinking is basically, in between days here, is I'm going to take those 2 beds, put them up, once the house is ready. The house is not ready, but when the house is ready, put the 2 beds up there. Oh, wow, I've just been sprinting so much. Oh, that's not good. I feel very vulnerable when I can't sprint. It really needs another food source at the moment. Big island when you try and sprint around it. Oh, Reaper. Is it? Just a 9 there. Nice. My cat keeps looking at me wanting action. Wanting to run around with me. It's alright. Always time for that. Okay. Yeah, otherwise, I was searching for apples over here. Didn't see any, though. No, not really big enough trees for that. Okay, that's fine then. I'm going to sneak up here. See if I can get away with it. Somewhat. It's a very different perspective from up here, isn't it? You can see the horde of mobs that spawn on that side. There's the rest of the mobs that spawn over on the other islands. Oh dear. That was a bit of a fail. Ah, yep, see, and this is the only problem we're going to face with this being here. And that's why I don't want all the villagers to be in this position. It's because these zombies will spawn close enough to actually attack them at night. Or attack the place at night. Yeah, see? Like, their aggression radius is quite large. That's just something to keep in mind for the villagers up here. I don't know whether that means that they're going to be in big trouble or just little trouble, basically. But I also think it might be worth a test. To see how much trouble they are in. Before it's too late. Iron Golem is down there, but I think he's too far away to really help over here. And you know what time it is? Another crafting table. Just gotta happen. Not building very, again, crazy structures right now. Just bear with me. One day, perhaps we'll come back and redo them all. Although, you know, I'm starting to think, no promises. Function first. Officially in hardcore. There we go. So I'm thinking 2 doors. 2 doors set up. The only thing that would ruin that would be, well, actually, be obvious, the zombies. Not sure it's going to be a good idea. But again, perhaps this is the whole idea, is this is basically a test run. Part of me's like, this is not going to work. This is going to go terribly. The village is going to get destroyed and all that. What the heck? Come out of there. Wait. That's... interesting. Okay. Well, that is why... that's kind of partially why I talk about a test, is because you don't really know what's going to happen until it happens. Here's a good example. I wouldn't have thought that zombies would spawn over there. And, one just walked out and said, here you go. Here's the answer. So, here for it all I want. Answer is the answer. Truth is the truth. And the truth is, yeah, it's dark enough. It was dark enough down there for something to spawn. Okay. Now's the really tricky part. Not gonna lie about it. I've somehow got to get this villager into a boat on land? Is what I'm thinking. You can do minecarts? Minecarts is probably the easiest way. But let's start with a boat. I think we've got a boat somewhere. A boat? Yeah, we do. Brilliant. So now I've got to get him into a boat. Oh, actually. Works for me? No, no, no. Here we go. This is the test. Okay. This is how we lead him over, right? Here you go. Here's your bed. Here's your bed. Yeah, yeah. Still detects it. Alright, let's go crazy now. Here's your bed. Did you detect it? I think he did. He's walking towards it. Hang on, we'll see. Officially. Beautiful. Okay, so this is now the test. We've got one out of bounds now. In his own half world. He's halfway in, well, I say halfway in, halfway out. He's out. Let's be real about it. That villager, he's jobless. I hate to say it. He's probably the one that we can afford to lose the most of all of them. Even more than the jobless, because the jobless still can take on a job. That person, that villager is a nitwit. They literally cannot take it on. So I want to use the nitwit, unfortunately. Just logically, it makes sense as a test here to see how bad will he get attacked in the night. Will the zombies actually break the door down? And, like, how will it actually play out? Do I have to be worried, or is he actually going to be pretty safe? And it's like, oh, well, maybe we don't have to be so strict and so constrictive right now on the poor villagers, because the only reason I am is because I don't want them to fall into zombie hands, put it that way. So, we'll see. See the results ourselves. But otherwise, that is another day. Got the iron golem down there, but I don't know. Don't see the iron golem doing much. Yeah, this is the tricky part, though. Because we've split up the village. At some point, I've still got to have the village be a village. It's a really weird way to put it, but I need people gossiping. I need people doing certain things still together to form a village. And if I kind of split them off, which I'm planning to do, because we're going to have some really, really valuable villagers, and then everyone else who's going to be valuable, but not as, you know, this, we're talking about a mending villager here. That is as valuable as they get. This one has bookshelves, which right now is still extremely valuable. Not as valuable, because I should be able to re-roll that pretty quick, but still, right now, as of this second, valuable enough for me to worry about that villager, until we get full bookshelves, probably, and then I'll probably worry a lot less. But yeah, you can see how they're gossiping and stuff. That's the only thing I worry about the new village I'm creating here, is that they're not going to be able to gossip across fences, you know? Look at him. He's unfortunately, like, in his own world, in his own bubble. Although he might be wandering over. Not sure. But that's where I want to get all the villagers eventually, is to the freeform. I don't like putting them behind fences and all this other stuff. There might be a couple that I genuinely have to really look after, like, exceptionally well. And I think, again, the mending villager falls in that category. But for the most part, the bookshelf villager and other such villagers will not need as much protection over time. So I kind of hope by the end, or, I don't know when actually my deadline per se is, but hopefully as time goes on and the island becomes more and more grassed up and torched up, that we're looking at a more safe and secure environment where I don't have to worry as much. But we'll see. All to sort of be figured out. But this is a good start. This is at least a start. We've got a new house up there where a couple of villagers can stay, and then we'll kind of assess how that's going to play out. Okay, in the meantime... Paper? Paper. Pass, thank you. Up to 4. Farmer. 5. Push this up a bit. 6. Now I just need 3, and I can provide you with 2. Push myself to 8. Thank you. Not half bad. Not half bad. But yeah, otherwise, this is now a bit more of a interesting push for me as well to try and do some more grass and torches, torching up the place, because I do not want the villagers to fall into the wrong hands. I can avoid it. So up I go. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to make a huge difference, though, in the short term. But that's okay. Again, as long as I'm making a difference slowly, then I guess that's fine. And this is why I'm kind of only doing half the strategy right now. Putting out 1 villager just to see what would happen. Would the worst happen, and he end up being converted back to a zombie villager? Or would the villager actually be safe? The zombies don't really break the door down, or they try and they fail, or yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I kind of want to see for myself in a non-risky manner where I don't put everyone, I don't put the entire village at risk, basically. It doesn't feel necessary. Gosh, I scared myself because I started mining dirt, and for some reason I thought that's going to be a creeper that's going to blow me up, and it's not. Why did I do that? How did I even do that? I just started doing this. Creepers, I tell ya. No joke. No joke. I truly feel like if one blows in my face right now, like, that's the series, that's it. GG, go again. So yeah, try not to have that happen. Okay, up to 9. Now I need my other librarian friend. Hello there. Oh, I don't need to give you that. I need to take that. Thank you. That's 2 out of 6. Again, I'm just showering down carrots like there's no tomorrow. But yes, I hope either way that this experiment, whether it works or doesn't, will shed some light into the future of the village and what I should be focusing my energy on. Do I need the enhanced protection I've got? Can I be a bit more lenient? Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. Either way, it feels good. We're closing in. Closing in big time. We've got another 2 bookshelves to put down. This time I actually might go for the corners here. That is up to 22. So this is 24, 26, 28, 30. We're down to the last 4. The last corner. 22. Level 22 enchantments. Closing in. In the next couple of episodes, we'll finally complete level 30 enchantments. Also, how cool. You can see the villager hut from here. And the half-built one, which is more of a pillager trap more than anything else. But yes, we've just crossed the hour. I think I'm going to put this last 6 dirt down and call it there. So where are we going to put it? Real question. It has been interesting, actually, watching the Iron Golem and his pathing, because he's now moved, rather being up from over here. He's been walking around a bit anyway, but he has moved to a more sort of in-between. I can see that. He's more in between now than ever before. Which, I don't know if that's accidental. Could definitely be. But it seems a bit more purposeful from the Iron Golem to be like, okay, so here's where our spread of villages are. I need to kind of be in the middle so that if something was to attack, I could sense that attack and then defend the villages in such a way. That's kind of what I'm sensing here from the Iron Golem. Which is quite interesting. And so perhaps that would make my experiment success, kind of, in that, like, he might be able to actually protect from all those random zombies that will come out from the is it the west side? East side. From the eastern side of the island. Yes, because of course the sun sets in the west. The eastern side of the island, we might be able to see, actually, even if the zombies come from the east, that the Iron Golem can detect them and actually get rid of them before they obviously become a problem for the village. But we'll just have to wait and see on that front. But everyone, I think that this is as good a time as any. Wait a second. Wait a second. What? How did he get back in? Oh, did he just jump using the... Did he jump using the crafting table? There's no way. He got back in. Well, that's a plot twist I didn't see coming. So, he doesn't even have a bed. Oh, okay, well, I can give him his old one back. That's fine. Well, that experiment went weird. I don't even get a chance to test it yet. That's quite funny. That's pretty funny, actually. He literally just like, I'm not leaving this place. I'm coming straight back. I love this place. Yeah, okay, here you go. Here you go. This is yours, look. So, look, you guys sort it out. Sort it out between you. Off you go. Oh my gosh. There you go. Okay, fantastic. Well, we ended the we ended the episode in the same place we started it, with all our villagers in protection and with a spare villager hut, which has not been touched so far. Because the one time it did get touched, he jumped back in. That is remarkable. That is remarkable. But I guess it goes to show how much this protection place is good for the villagers, / how much they like each other. Either way, that is a good place to end today's episode. We'll figure it out next time. If you have enjoyed this week's episode, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content that is coming soon, of course, for the Stonecraft series here. Episode 40 down. That's right, it's crazy to think about. 12 more to go before we can celebrate sort of an anniversary of 1 year doing this series. I actually don't know the official date. Maybe I should find that out and see if we can figure out whether I've been doing this for a year or not. But either way, again, thank you all for enjoying the series so far. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content such as this, and I will see you all next week or the week after, depending if we do a rest week next week. You'll see only next Wednesday. But until then, everyone, take care.